Your nervous system controls everything in your life. When I say everything, I mean everything. We know the obvious, breathing, digestion, and so on. But how about your hormones, your mood, your thoughts, your emotions, even how much money you're going to earn, what kind of life you're going to have, if you are going to be in that relationship or exit that relationship? All of this is determined by your central nervous system. Most people, however, live in fight or flight, in survival mode, and they've been stuck there for a really long time because we really never talked about how to regulate your central nervous system or what that even means for us humans. But this is key to changing everything. We all know about goal setting, but you will never, ever, ever reach any goal for as long as your central nervous system does not feel safe in such environment, no matter how much you want it consciously. This is why resetting and regulating your central nervous system is not just for relaxation and feeling better. Obviously, that's a big reason. But when you give it regulation, you give it space to rest, to repair, and then to thrive. And the end result is you feeling calm and focused and actually effortlessly getting to your goal. Otherwise, you will never, ever, ever permanently get your goal. This is why you know people who've gained and lost weight 20,000 times. This is why you know people who've changed relationships but entered the same one basically over and over again. Or maybe you're recognizing yourself in some of these things. This is why you may be hitting a glass ceiling on your earnings and you feel like the quality of your life is about the same no matter what. This is why it all has to do with your central nervous system. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And it makes sense, right? It's just protecting you from the way humans used to live for millions of years. This is a protective mechanism for our body because it's trying to keep us alive. It's trying to prevent you from danger of the unknown. And they make sense from the standpoint of, again, how humans lived when they lived in jungles and forests because we had to know what we knew. If there was an unknown tribe, that was danger. If there was a bear or a lion or a tiger, we had to fight or flight or freeze, but not ideally freeze. And this is why, even though you're saying consciously, I don't want this reality, I want that, your brain and your body and your central nervous system that is actually connected to every single cell of your body pretty much is trying to protect you by keeping you the same. And I'm talking from experience here. I used to do all the right things. I moved my body, I journaled, I ate healthy, but I was still feeling exhausted, anxious, and had a thyroid issue. And beneath it all, I kind of felt a little bit disconnected from myself, kind of like there was a void there to fill, but I didn't even know that was there. I was just dissatisfied with life. What I didn't know then is that my central nervous system was fully stuck in fight or flight. And I was stuck there for probably 20 years, my friend. But once I regulated, once I learned how to actually work with it to feel calm and safe in the future that I want, not in the future that I don't want, everything changed for me. And very quickly, as a matter of fact. So let's first get into what nervous system is actually and what it does. Your nervous system is basically your body's command center. It has two modes. One, fight or flight, which is used for emergencies only, or that's what it's supposed to be used for. And then the other one is so-called rest and digest, where healing, hormone regulation, and clarity can happen. But in today's society, most people are feeling overwhelmed and they're rushing and they're stressed all the time. And therefore, if you're feeling like that, your body's feeling like it's in danger all the time. This is also something that can be caused by a traumatic event in the past where the central nervous system never got regulated from it, and it's actually believing it's still in that traumatic event. It doesn't help that we as humans talk about these things over and over again and basically relive it because your body is reliving whatever you're thinking and feeling. And we all know this because we can still get pissed off about an argument that we had 20 years ago with someone who doesn't even matter anymore, but we can still get worked up over it because your central nervous system is reliving it as if it's happening right now. So how does it show up in your body? Well, there's so many signals. The main one is weight gain, aches and pains, autoimmune diseases, high blood pressure, insulin resistance. There are so many signals and signs that our body is giving us to an overstimulated and dysregulated nervous system. See, your body wants to be in homeostasis. It wants to be healthy. This is why you have the immune system that's fighting viruses and bacteria all the time to keep you healthy, thriving, and alive. This is why we're supposed to be in the calm state most of the time when our parasympathetic nervous system is activated, which is the rest and digest. And again, fight or flight should be used for emergencies only. But when you're using fight or flight for a really long time, that would be like running on hardcore as fast as your car can go, way after the gas tank is empty. Like, that's what we're doing. The gas tank has been empty for like 5 years now, and we're still on that gas, trying to go, trying to do, trying to build, trying to pay bills. By the way, it's called rest and digest, meaning that's when you're digesting food correctly. When you're in fight or flight all the time, not even your digestion is done properly. This is why your metabolism, sleep, even your emotions may feel off. This is also why you feel like you're an all or nothing person. You're either all running, doing things, finishing everything up, or crashing, don't feel motivated, can't make yourself to do anything, feel like, what is wrong with me? Why don't I have willpower? There's nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system is just still dysregulated. And let's talk about why resetting your nervous system matters so much. Well, if you don't reset your central nervous system, you're building basically off of a foundation that's a chaos. It's like you're trying to meditate in the middle of a fire alarm, literally. I mean, how well would that go? Your body can't digest food properly. This is why you feel like you should count the calories and go on diets, but nobody's talking about resetting nervous system, which once it's reset, you will effortlessly feed yourself the right foods, digest food properly, and actually drop the weight effortlessly. This is what I teach my clients, and it works every time. I have never had a client who didn't lose weight, who didn't feel rested, who didn't feel calmer after we've done the work of resetting and regulating the central nervous system. This is why your hormones can regulate once it's reset, because you will give your body what it actually needs, what it wants. And that's the calm, the activation of the parasympathetic nervous system. Basically, you're telling your body, all clear, we're safe, now you can focus on doing your stuff. As opposed to constantly be out there looking for the danger, looking for the confrontation, looking for ish to happen. But when you reset it, your body softens, your digestion improves, your gut health restores, sleep becomes effortless, and you get to the actual restorative deep sleep. You stop chasing motivation and feeling like, oh, where is this motivation? And you find clarity and energy within, and you start moving with the inspired action, which feels effortless. Okay, let's talk about some simple techniques you can start using today to regulate your central nervous system. Some of these you might have heard about before. Some of them are actually my techniques that I've developed, used on myself and my clients, and it has never failed. So one of the simplest things is working with your breath, because when you're in fight or flight, your breath is shallow. If you're facing a bear, you better believe you're not going to be like, oh, things are so good. No, you're going to be having shallow breaths. You have high adrenaline. You have to fight or flight. So when you start taking deep breaths, you're already signaling to your body, hey, there's no bear. There's no danger. Nobody's about to attack us. Everything is fine. What you want to do is take deep breaths, make sure that exhale is even longer than the inhale. This is calming down your central nervous system. This is calming down your vagus nerve. And again, it's telling your brain you're safe. You can do this a few different ways. One, just simply take a breath in and long exhale. Let's do it together a few more times. Come on, breathe in and out. Come on, 3 more times. Breathe in and out. Notice any shifts in your body. Breathe in and out. Yes, one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Doesn't that feel great? Okay, so that's just one of the ways. Another thing that I started doing and then teach my clients is do the same thing, but you can kind of touch your fingers and that way you use the count. What that's doing is when you're out and about in the middle of somewhere, you can do that without looking like, you're doing tapping or something, looking crazy, although tapping works. This also helps you focus on something else rather than have your brain go nuts thinking that there's immediate danger. So when you're focusing on something else, you are again signaling your brain, it's okay. You're also opening the prefrontal cortex, which has shut down so that you rely only on instinct for the fight or flight situation. You can also move your body. Dancing works really well, although most people are resistant to it because they feel silly. Do it anyway. I have also developed my own workout style that is designed to keep your nervous system in the calm mode, designed to make you be present and to work on all these stabilizing tiny muscles that you don't even know you have. We're not doing cardio burn, we're doing nervous system nourishment. I'll leave more information about that type of movement in the description, so check it out if you're interested. Another way to do this is through your thoughts. Your thoughts are the commands to your body. Now, what's important is that you attach an emotion to it. Because if I just go, I feel safe, I'm not emotionally attached to that thought and it has no power over me. So what I can do, let me lower this a little bit, put my hands on my heart, or one hand on the heart, one on the solar plex, which is right underneath your boobies. And you take, again, a deep breath. And you say, I'm safe. I am safe. Right? Both hands on the heart. That's another one. I'm safe. I'm okay. Tell yourself this. And again, if you're somewhere where you can't speak it, just say it within. Feel it. Notice that there is no immediate danger. You want to use things like, I'm safe. I can rest. Everything is okay. All these words have power over our body. If you want to effortlessly get to your goals, this is the foundation of the foundation. There's nothing else you need to do before you reset your nervous system in order to build a life that you want. Now, obviously, there's many more techniques that I teach my clients and that I can teach you. Can't show this all in one video. Make sure to follow for more. Now, in the next video, I'll walk you through what an overstimulated nervous system looks like so that you can spot the signs and shift before burnout happens. This is how you stay ahead of it. And make sure to follow so you get notified when it comes out.